the glenside, I met an old woman, a plucking young nettle.
Years of speculation and secrecy are finally over. Ken Curtis, beloved for his iconic portrayal of Festus in Gunsmoke, has stepped forward to reveal the shocking truth. After keeping the world in the dark for so long, what could be the ugly reality he's been hiding? Well, stay tuned as we unfold his long-awaited confession that promises to leave you speechless, his early life. Ken Curtis, born Curtis Wayne Gates, on July 2nd, 1916, in Lamar, Colorado, started as a small-town boy destined for a star-studded future. Growing up as the youngest of 3 sons, Ken had an unusual childhood that prepared him for a life in the spotlight. In his early years, the family lived on a ranch along Muddy Creek in Bent County before relocating to Los Animas. His father, Dan Gates, served as the sheriff of Bent County from 1926 to 1931. And interestingly, the family lived above the local jail, where Ken's mother, Nellie Sheed Gates, not only cared for her sons, but also fed and befriended the inmates. This unique living arrangement gave Ken a front-row seat to a parade of colorful characters, including the infamous local figure Cedar Jack, known for being the town's drunk. Ken excelled in his community. In fact, he was the quarterback of his high school football team. Growing up, his household was filled with music. His mother played the pump organ, his brother Chester played the banjo, while his other brother Carl sang. His father was also not left out as he played the violin. Ken himself showcased his musical talent by playing the clarinet in the school band. In 1935, Ken enrolled at Colorado College in Colorado Springs with the intention of studying medicine. However, his love for singing became so great that it quickly took the front seat. In college, Ken participated in various musical performances, which helped him perfect his craft and build his confidence on stage. His professors and friends noticed his exceptional talent, encouraging him to pursue his passion for music. The cultural environment of Lamar and Las Animas, filled with the rugged charm of the western frontier, also influenced Ken's artistic inclinations. The community's events and local music scene further cemented his love for performance. After graduation, Ken's singing career took off. He gained fame as a staff singer on the NBC radio network in the late 1930s and early 1940s, charming audiences with his smooth voice. By 1940, he was officially employed as a singer radio in Yonkers, New York. His career got a significant boost when band leader Tommy Dorsey received a demo tape of Ken's singing from vocalist Joe Stafford. Ken Curtis's vocal talent won him prestigious spots with legendary band leaders like Shep Fields and Tommy Dorsey. In 1941, he replaced none other than the legendary Frank Sinatra as Dorsey's lead vocalist. This opportunity helped him to reach a wider audience and solidify his reputation in music. Later on, in 1945, he secured a contract with Columbia Pictures, and from 1948 to 1953, he hosted the popular country music radio show, WBADU-WV Jamboree. Throughout his early years, Ken faced several challenges, including balancing his academic pursuits with his growing passion for music and navigating the competitive landscape of early radio and performance. His resilience and determination helped him overcome these obstacles, setting him firmly on the path to stardom. Ken Curtis's early life was marked by a blend of unique experiences, community influences, and personal drive, all of which contributed to his eventual success as a beloved entertainer. Music career. Although Ken Curtis is widely recognized for his acting role in Gunsmoke, his career began in music. Due to his great talent, he was then able to eventually merge his talents in both singing and acting to create a successful career in both genres, which was unheard of at that time. His most notable career move in the music world gained him significant traction was when he joined the Tommy Dorsey Band in 1941. At that time, Frank Sinatra had left the group, and so the spot became vacant, and they were looking for someone to fill those big shoes. Ken was the one who got that opportunity, and he remained a vocalist with the band until the position was eventually filled by Dick Hayes the following year. It was around this point when Tommy Dorsey encouraged him to change his name to Ken Curtis. Curtis's musical journey, however, was briefly interrupted by World War II, when he had to serve in the U.S. Army Infantry from 1942 to 1945. Despite this, upon his return to civilian life, he continued to pursue his passion for music with a renewed passion. After his service, Curtis became part of an all-reeds band called Shep Fields and released some new music in 1948. He was not just any mere musician. He also showcased his talents as a featured singer and host on the renowned country music radio show WWVA Jamboree from 1948 to 1953. In 1945, Curtis's performance of Tumbling Tumbleweeds on Joe Stafford's radio program caught the attention of Columbia Pictures, who signed him as a singing cowboy. Throughout the late 1940s, he was cast in a number of low-budget musical westerns, but we'll circle back to that later. This gave him the chance to frequently co-star with well-known musical groups like the Hoosier Hot Shots. And as if all that success was not enough, his music career took a significant leap when he became the lead singer for the well-known group Sons of the Pioneers, a position he held from 1949 to 1953, and again from 1955 to 1957. During this time, Curtis contributed to the group's iconic hits, like Room Full of Roses and Ghost Riders in the Sky, cementing his status in the country music scene as a titan and earning him a devoted fan base. Curtis's time with the Sons of the Pioneers not only showcased his vocal abilities, but also allowed him to explore the rich history of Western music, which broadened his musical knowledge. His involvement with the group was crucial in solidifying his influence and legacy within the country music genre. Later on, Curtis turned his eyes to the spotlight in Hollywood, transitioning from his illustrious music career to focus more on acting, ultimately leading to his iconic role in Gunsmoke. This successful merger of his singing talent and acting skills allowed Ken Curtis to build a multifaceted career that made significant contributions to both the music and film industries. His legacy as a talented entertainer continues to be celebrated by fans of both his music and his acting career. While Ken Curtis's musical talent was one of the best of his time and he was seeing a lot of success, he then decided to explore the world of acting, which in time proved to be another big break for him, even bigger than his already big music career. While pursuing his love of music with the Sons of the Pioneers from 1949 to 1953, he landed the lead role in The Zorro, which then went ahead to inspire the series Dawn Daredevil Rides Again, Republic, 1951. In the early 1950s, Curtis appeared in all 3 films produced by C.V. Whitney Pictures, a production company owned by Cornelius Vanderbilt Whitney. These films include The Searchers, The Missouri Traveler, alongside Brandon D. Wilde and Lee Marvin, and The Young Land with Patrick Wayne and Dennis Hopper. Additionally, Curtis had an uncredited role as FBI agent Jim Anderson in the 1957 film 5 Steps to Danger. That same year, he ventured into producing, creating 2 low-budget monster movies, The Killer Shrews and The Giant Gila Monster, both released in 1959. Curtis humorously referred to The Killer Shrews as one of the most low-budget movies ever produced. The film became famous for its ridiculous special effects, especially the shrews, which were actually dogs with fur added to give them an absurdly realistic look. However, those absurd special effects gave the movie a cult following among fans of campy cinema and B-movies. In The Killer Shrews, for instance, Curtis's character, Jerry Farrell, serves as a villain whose bitterness, jealousy, and cowardice make him a character to despise. His refusal to join the others and his subsequent death at the hands of the shrews he helped release offered a satisfying yet gory sense of poetic justice for audiences. Apart from his work on The Killer Shrews, Curtis participated in 5 guest roles on Have Gun, Will Travel, with Richard Boone, and made notable appearances on other TV shows. He appeared as circus performer Tim Durant in the Case of the Clumsy Clown episode of Perry Mason in 1960, and played cowhand Phil Jakes in the Jayhawkers episode of Gunsmoke in November of 1959. And there was no stopping him, because from 1961 to 1963, Curtis starred in the action-packed TV series Ripcord, playing the role of James Jim Buckley, a seasoned skydiver, alongside Larry Pennell as his protege, Theodore Ted McKeever. This show, which ran for 2 seasons with 76 episodes, followed the adventures of a skydiving company and popularized parachuting as a sport. Curtis's character, Jim Buckley, served as a mentor to Ted McKeever, and their on-screen partnership added excitement and appeal to the show. He also guest-starred in the Graydon's Charge episode of the well-liked Western television series Death Valley Days in 1964, portraying the muleskinner Graydon alongside Denver Pyle and Kathy Lewis. The historical reenactments on this syndicated program were well known, and Curtis's presence brought depth and authenticity to the performance. Ken Curtis's pivotal moment came in 1964, when he secured the role of Festus Haggen on the renowned TV series Gunsmoke. Transitioning from his successful music career, Curtis brought Festus to life as the scruffy, lovable deputy, captivating audiences for over 20 years with his distinctive voice and endearing quirks. His embodiment of Festus not only solidified his place in television history, but also showcased his versatility as an actor, propelling him to even more fame and recognition in the entertainment industry. From his illustrious cowboy tunes to captivating TV audiences, Ken Curtis's acting career took a dramatic turn, as his rugged charm and distinctive voice made him a household name as Gunsmoke's lovable deputy, Festus Haggen. This role not only marked the pinnacle of his acting career, but also further cemented his legacy in the world of television and entertainment. The Gunsmoke Effect. As Gunsmoke captivated viewers and maintained its status as a TV classic in the 1960s and 1970s, it became a cultural phenomenon, earning the title of the longest-running primetime television western in history. This legendary program transported viewers to Dodge City, Kansas, in the 1890s and ran for an astounding 20 seasons and 635 episodes on CBS from 1955 to 1975. Its influence didn't end there, though. Gunsmoke continued to dominate the ratings charts and garner critical acclaim, cementing its place in history as a true TV classic. The popularity of Gunsmoke soared, consistently maintaining its position at the top of the viewing charts throughout its run. But what made this show so unique? To begin with, it stood out due to its captivating storylines, complex characters, and innovative interpretation of the Western genre. Unlike classic Westerns that relied on the very typical shootouts and heroic cliches, Gunsmoke boldly explored deep ethical dilemmas and psychological drama. This meant that viewers were presented with suspenseful, thought-provoking situations that rarely ended with just a mere draw at noon. Instead, the characters often faced difficult moral decisions, keeping viewers engaged and guessing right up to the very end. Several competitors attempted to replicate Gunsmoke's outstanding performance, but none could match its incredible 20-season run or critical acclaim. The show's influence extended beyond its original airtime, with a number of made-for-TV films such as Gunsmoke, Return to Dodge, Gunsmoke, The Last Apache, and Gunsmoke, One Man's Justice. These films brought the beloved characters back together and introduced new audiences to the timeless appeal of Gunsmoke, solidifying its status as an iconic chapter in American television history. Gunsmoke's growing popularity was a testament to its diverse and engaging cast of characters, led by the stalwart U.S. Marshal Matt Dillon, played by James Arness. The supporting cast, including Miss Kitty Russell, Doc Adams, and Deputy Marshal Chester Good, later replaced by Festus Haggen, portrayed by Ken Curtis, added more depth and richness to the narrative, further captivating viewers. With Festus Haggen's arrival in Dodge City, the Gunsmoke scene was changed forever. Ken Curtis's portrayal of Festus brought a unique charm and humor to the show, making Festus a beloved character among fans. His distinctive voice and quirky personality provided a perfect counterbalance to the graver tones of Marshal Dillon, adding some form of complexity to the series' narrative structure. Curtis's skillful acting brought Festus to life in a way that resonated with viewers, contributing significantly to the show's ongoing success. Ken Curtis's role as Festus not only provided a platform for showcasing his versatility as an actor, but also cemented his legacy within the entertainment industry. By playing the rough-around-the-edges yet lovable deputy, he became an integral part of the show's fabric, helping Gunsmoke maintain its place as one of the most enduring and beloved TV shows of all time. Personal life. Ken Curtis had a fascinating personal life, marked by multiple marriages and a blended family. In 1943, Curtis entered into his first marriage with Lorraine Page, who was also a contract actress at Universal Studios. Despite their shared profession, their union eventually ended in divorce. Curtis's second marriage was to Barbara Ford, the daughter of esteemed film director John Ford. This marriage, rooted in Hollywood's connecting worlds of cinema and personal relationships, lasted for several years, but eventually ended in 1964. Despite their shared background, they could not make the relationship last. It wasn't until 1966 that Curtis found lasting love with Tori Connolly. Their marriage proved to be his most enduring and harmonious, lasting until his passing. Tori Connolly brought 2 stepchildren into Curtis's life, enriching his family dynamic. Ken Curtis embraced his role as a stepfather, fostering close relationships with his stepchildren and creating a warm and supportive family environment. In addition to his own contributions to the entertainment industry, Curtis's personal life was profoundly influenced by these marriages. His relationship with Barbara Ford, in particular, connected him to the legendary director John Ford, providing Curtis with the behind-the-scenes of the world of filmmaking. Curtis's marriage to Tori Connolly brought a different kind of fulfillment. They shared mutual respect and affection, demonstrating that true love and happiness sometimes come later in life. This union also introduced him to the joys and challenges of being a stepfather, adding layers of depth and experience to his personal life. Outside of his marriages, Curtis was known for his love of music, a passion that he shared with his family. He enjoyed playing instruments and singing, often involving his family in his musical pursuits. His dedication to his family, both immediate and extended, showcased another side of the man who brought so many beloved characters to life on screen. Throughout his life, Ken Curtis balanced the demands of his music and acting career with his commitments to his family. This balance between personal and professional life, along with his enduring marriage to Tori Connolly and the relationships he built with his stepchildren, portrayed Curtis as not only a talented actor, but also a devoted family man. Rumors and speculation. Fans of the iconic TV series Gunsmoke were captivated by the intriguing notion that star Ken Curtis had a twin brother. This interesting rumor suggested that Curtis had an identical twin who led a secluded life away from the public eye. Despite their remarkable likeness, no one ever saw Curtis's supposed twin in public, which was a bit weird. Due to no proof to identify this twin, the theories that attempted to explain the mystery surrounding Ken Curtis' twin brother were always up in the air. Some fans speculated that Curtis himself may have lived a double life, while others believed the twin was simply a publicity stunt designed to enhance Curtis's image and promote the show. Another narrative proposed that the twin was real but passed away at a young age, explaining his absence from public view. Despite these varied arguments, the mystery will likely never be fully solved, as there have been no statements or proof from Curtis or his family relatives. Alternatively, another theory proposes that Ken's older brother, Chester, is actually his twin, who deliberately opted for a private life, far from the Hollywood spotlight. This idea suggests that Chester preferred living a quiet, private existence, explaining the lack of publicly accessible documents and images of him. In addition to the twin brother rumors, Curtis also faced speculation about his career choices and personal relationships. His marriage to Barbara Ford led to gossip about whether their relationship was influenced by Hollywood's intricate social network, or what most people will call a PR relationship. Despite their eventual divorce, this connection contributed to the rumors about Curtis's personal and professional life. Also, Curtis's transformation into the beloved character Festus Haggen sparked discussions among fans and critics alike. Some speculated that Curtis's rustic persona on the show was vastly different from his real-life personality, leading to curiosity about how much of Festus was a performance versus an extension of Curtis himself. Despite these ongoing rumors and speculations, Ken Curtis remained a private individual who rarely addressed the gossip. His enduring marriage to Tori Connolly and his legacy on Gunsmoke continued to be the most concrete aspects of his life that fans could hold on to. As Ken Curtis's star rose with Gunsmoke, his personal life presented a fascinating contrast to his on-screen persona and family life. Could the story of his elusive twin brother be just another layer of mystique in the life of this remarkable actor? The mystery of Ken Curtis's twin continues to capture the imagination of fans till this day, later years, and death. Ken Curtis died on April the 28th, 1991, at the age of 74 due to a heart attack in his sleep at his Fresno, California home. This shocking news was met with an outpouring of tributes and condolences from fans, colleagues, and the media. His legacy as a talented actor and singer continues to be celebrated, particularly for his iconic role as Festus Haggen in the long-running television series Gunsmoke. Curtis's later years were marked by continued engagement in the entertainment industry and active participation in political life. In addition to guest appearances on various TV shows and Western-themed events, Curtis was deeply involved in politics. He aligned himself with the Republican Party and actively campaigned for Ronald Reagan during the intense Republican primary against Gerald Ford in 1976. Curtis's commitment to conservative values was further evidenced by his endorsement of Barry Goldwater during the pivotal 1964 presidential election. His political engagement proved his unwavering commitment to his beliefs and ideals. Curtis's impact on the entertainment industry and his huge popularity are a testament to his dedication, passion, and memorable performances, which continue to inspire and delight audiences to this day. The entertainment business, as well as the hearts of his devoted admirers, were rocked by the unexpected death of Ken Curtis. Despite Gunsmoke having ended 16 years earlier, Curtis's popular portrayal of Festus, the charming and quirky deputy, had left a lasting influence on television history. Tributes poured in from newspapers, magazines, TV, and radio programs, with fans paying their respects and sharing their fondest memories of his performances. Television networks honored Ken Curtis's legacy by rebroadcasting Gunsmoke classic episodes and other shows featuring his work. This homage was a testament to Curtis's impact on the entertainment industry and the hearts of audiences worldwide, allowing fans to relive and cherish some of his most iconic performances. Beyond the entertainment industry, political figures and public figures also joined the chorus of condolences, recognizing the enormous delight that Ken Curtis offered to a large audience, as well as the significant cultural impact of his work. Curtis's status as a cultural icon was cemented by the broad acknowledgement of his impact on pop culture, highlighting the ageless appeal of his performances and the lasting impression he made on the hearts and minds of generations who grew up watching him on screen. In his personal life, Curtis enjoyed simple pleasures, such as spending time with his loved ones, engaging in hobbies like fishing and horseback riding, and staying involved in his community. Despite facing various health issues in his later years, Curtis remained active and passionate about his work and interests. In a fitting homage to his Western heritage and the tough characters he portrayed in cinema, his ashes were subsequently scattered across the vast plains of Colorado. Curtis stayed loyal to his principles by opting for cremation rather than a traditional burial, and his resting place among Colorado's wide ranges and undulating hills serves as a moving reminder of his legacy as a champion of the American West. Gunsmoke remains a timeless classic, entertaining new generations through television reruns and streaming platforms. Ken Curtis's legacy has continued to grow since his death. His loyal fan base continues to honor his contributions to the Western genre and the joy he brought to audiences through his iconic roles, especially Festus Haggen. Curtis's political engagement, alongside his professional achievements and personal commitments, paints a comprehensive picture of a man dedicated not only to his craft, but also to his beliefs. His legacy, both on and off the screen, continues to inspire and resonate with fans and admirers around the world. Reflecting on his acting career later on in life, Ken Curtis said he never anticipated the enduring impact of his role when he first joined the cast of Gunsmoke. Initially appearing in minor roles on the show, Curtis assumed his introduction as Festus would be a brief guest spot. However, to his surprise, he remained a pivotal character for 11 years until the series concluded. In an interview with the press, Curtis once said he enjoyed every minute of every day playing Festus, and openly shared that he would have welcomed another 12 years on the show. He highlighted the rare sense of belonging and camaraderie he felt among the cast and crew, remarking, "You don't find a home like that very often." Despite Curtis's love for the show and the character's impact, it would surprise many to learn that the voice and style of Festus were not born out of any meticulous planning, but from spontaneous wit. During his audition, the character he portrayed was much different from what we saw on our screens later. Curtis later confessed that he had done the voice of Festus as a joke, not knowing that it would be well liked, and that he would be asked to keep that voice throughout the show. Initially delivering his lines in a straightforward manner, his father-in-law at the time, John Ford, was unimpressed and felt that something was missing. Ford had overheard Curtis joking around on set using the distinctive Festus accent that later became iconic. Ford then instructed Curtis to redo the lines with that same accent. When Curtis adopted the Festus voice, Ford was delighted and promptly offered him the role on the spot. Surprisingly, Curtis himself was initially taken aback by this turn of events. He once admitted, "It kind of shattered me at first, as he hadn't anticipated that a spontaneous joke would align so perfectly with what the producers were looking for." Over time, Ken Curtis grew to love his role as Festus, fully embracing both the character and the distinctive voice he had initially improvised. His dedication and talent in this role were rewarded with notable success, including a significant achievement of receiving an Emmy Award nomination in 1959. His confession comes as a shock to many fans who love his portrayal of Festus. The fact that this character was born from a spontaneous joke shared between Curtis and his father-in-law adds an intriguing and exciting dimension to the character's origin story. It raises questions about what Festus might have been like if Curtis hadn't made that joke during the audition. Would he have been cast as Festus at all? Or would the character have taken a completely different direction? Curtis's journey with Festus is a testament to the unpredictable nature of television history. What started as just pure innocent fun turned into one of the most beloved characters on American screens, cementing Curtis's place in the entertainment industry. This story serves as a reminder of the magic that can happen when spontaneity meets opportunity, forever changing the landscape of television and making history in the most unexpected ways. Legacy of Ken Curtis. With his distinct Southern drawl and endearing charm, Ken Curtis's legendary portrayal of Festus Haggen has firmly entrenched him in the hearts of Gunsmoke viewers. His influence stretches beyond memorable performances, but also by playing a significant role in shaping the Western genre and bolstering Gunsmoke's enduring appeal. Curtis brought depth, realism, and humor to the character of Festus, leading Gunsmoke to become a timeless masterpiece and essential part of television history. His impressive chemistry with the ensemble cast, especially with James Arness as Marshal Matt Dillon, added layers of richness to the series, and we cannot talk about Curtis's legacy without acknowledging his musical talents. Curtis showcased remarkable versatility as a performer through his musical talents. Before embodying Festus, he enjoyed a successful music career as part of the renowned group, the Sons of the Pioneers. This musical background enriched his performances and cemented his legacy as a multi-talented showman. Gunsmoke's charm and Curtis's portrayal of Festus have inspired many actors and entertainers. Festus remains a cherished character, admired for Curtis's creativity, honesty, and comedic flair. Gunsmoke stands as a testament to his lasting influence in entertainment. Curtis's impact wasn't limited to his performances. He also engaged in philanthropy, strongly supporting various causes. With a net worth of $10 million, he significantly contributed to the Motion Picture and Television Fund, assisting those in the entertainment industry struggling financially or medically. Additionally, Curtis was a dedicated advocate for preserving the history and culture of the American West. His involvement with the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City shows this commitment. Inducted into the museum's Hall of Great Western Performers in 1981, Curtis played a key role in celebrating Western heritage. Ken Curtis's legacy is marked by exceptional talent, influential roles, and generosity. His contributions to the Western genre and television continue to inspire and entertain audiences, ensuring his memory remains vibrant. Curtis's life signifies the profound impact one individual can have, leaving an enduring mark on the entertainment world.